and it's really sunny outside already. Okay, so we're talking about something that actually um, ruins the chase in a relationship, right? And it's something that is very common. We do as women. We do it without realizing until most times until it's too late, right? Then you understand that you've done something really, really wrong, something you were not supposed to do. And that is trying to meet a man in the middle. Okay, so you meet this man and he starts to chase, he starts to do the things that makes him a man, because chasing is one of the instincts that men have naturally, right? Naturally they are wired to chase. It's not something that they need to be taught. It's not something that, it's not a talent. It's a nature. It's in their nature to chase. So you meet this man and he's doing what he is biologically wired to do. He's chasing. He's trying to impress you. He is putting in all the right actions to get you, you know, to get you interested, you know. And then you, in your sweetness, you want to reciprocate. You feel like, oh, this guy is doing great. And then you just get in the mix and you start to try to do the things that he's doing. Like you're trying to now meet him in the middle. You feel like, oh, he's doing a great job, and you start to feel all loved up. And instead of you to relax and enjoy the chase, enjoy the game, you know, as much as people don't like to call it a game, it is what it is, right? It is a game and it is fun. It is beautiful. That is how interest is built. That is how bonds are formed. So you decide to meet him in the middle. And as he's doing stuff for you, you are doing stuff for him. And you keep doing and doing and doing. He is here. He is here with his efforts. And of course, he met you here. And then you decide that, oh, I'm really enjoying this. So why don't I just put some efforts and meet him here? And just I'm moving and moving and moving towards him. As he's chasing, you are pushing up. You're pushing up to meet him up. And that is something that before you know it, you would realize that his efforts are coming down. As yours are going up, his own will be coming down. Why? Because something that is not supposed to be done is being done. Something that is anti his nature is being done. He's supposed to be the one up there chasing, chasing, trying to impress you, trying to show you, oh, this is the beautiful life that I want to offer you. Now you switch the game because you're trying to reciprocate. You're trying to meet him in the middle. You're climbing up. So as you're going up, he will be coming down. He will be coming down gradually. And before you know it, it is flat here. The guy no longer has any interest in chasing anymore because you're doing all the chasing, so he doesn't have anything to do. There's no obligation. He doesn't feel any obligation to chase. Of course, what he's looking for is already right here. He's here. He's got it in his hands already. It's not going anywhere, So he just stays. And then the interest starts to die down. His interest in that relationship begins to dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. And before you know it, it is flat. And that is a kiss of death, right, in that relationship. So I want you to understand that as much as you want to be loved up, as much as you want to make the man feel loved, right, the way to do it is not in trying to meet him in the middle. No, he should be going up because it is what he does. It is in his nature to do that, to chase. It is in the nature of a man to chase after something that he wants. I'll ask you a question. Now, if you are the one who is doing the chasing, if you as the woman, if you are the one who is putting in the calls, who is trying to get his attention, if you are the one doing all that, trying to suggest dates and all of that, how do you know that that man likes you? How? Honestly, because I'm confused. I want to know how do you know that that man is interested in you? Because as much as I know, the only thing that should tell you a man is interested in you is the fact that he's making efforts, that he's chasing, that he's out here doing the things that makes him a man, you know, that he's trying to get your attention, that he's trying to impress you. That is how you know that he's interested in you. So when he's not showing all that effort and you have been put in the position to be doing that effort, how do you know that he likes you? How do you know that he's still interested? You see, this is why you have to allow the man to do for you, to chase after you. It is what he does naturally. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'm grateful to have you here. You encourage me, right? So just stay tuned and let's have this discussion. You've got a question. Hello. Hi, SCT. Nice to have you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so I'm just curious. If you're with a man and you choose to do his path, you choose to do what he's wired to do naturally, you choose to do for him that thing that he's naturally wired to do, how do you know that he likes you? Because for me, honestly, if I'm with a man and I have to be the one to call him, I have to be the one to text him, I have to be the one, and I'm taking care of myself. This is one thing. And one thing that is happening now, that has been happening for a long time in the name of equality, right? And I'm not saying that humans are not equal. Hello, good morning. Just Cereal. Thank you for tuning in, right? And I'm all for, hey, Cheesy. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Yes, thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I'm curious, if you're doing the job of a man in a relationship, how do you know? How do you know that this man likes you? I'm going to be confused if I was in that situation. If I had to do the things that the man is supposed to do, if I have to call him, if I have to text him, if I have to, I have to take care of myself, even though I'm in a relationship. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, the topic, Cheesy, we are talking about the role of a man in a relationship, right? The topic is that please don't try to meet men in the middle. Allow them to chase, because one thing I've realized is that women tend to want to meet men in the middle when they start off in a relationship. So they start off and this man is putting in the efforts that he's supposed to put in as a man, which is actually his natural instinct. His natural instinct is to chase, right? That is why if he sees a woman that he likes, he is inclined to go to her, right? He's inclined to, it doesn't have to be thought. It is something that is inbuilt in him. If he sees a woman he likes, he goes after her. He shows her his interest. He now starts to try to impress her, to show her that those things he's doing, he's trying to show her that he's interested in her, right? So my question is, when you as the woman, okay, this guy is trying to impress you, his effort is all the way up here, he's doing all the right things, and then you choose, or you start to feel the need to be reciprocating his efforts, and you're climbing up, you're climbing up, you're climbing up, you're climbing up, you're trying to meet up with his effort here. You're trying to meet him in the middle, so that your effort would be reciprocal like this. I'm saying that that is not good for a relationship, because over time it is going to discourage the man from doing um, is going to discourage the man from doing what he is naturally wired to do, which is to chase you. Is going to kill the chase in him, and then, as we know, that is definitely going to be the end of the relationship, except the woman wants to remain in the relationship alone. And most times, because of the nature of a man, he might not be able to tell you, oh, this is over, because first of all, let's not kid ourselves, right? A man is men, there's everything in us that they need, right? We are attractive. So if this man had come to you in the beginning, it means he's attracted to you. It means he likes you, right? It means he's attracted to you. So even when you do the chasing and then finally you push him away, because, or you kill his own chase through you, through the way that you try to meet him up here at his level of efforts. Now, when that is done and the relationship, he feels flat, he cannot chase, he doesn't feel the need to chase anymore, and he loses interest in that relationship. Now, he may not tell you, oh, I've lost interest. This is one thing that is very common with men, after all. It wouldn't tell you that. Now, what would happen is that you would stay under the assumption that this man is still interested, because after all, you are still living in the past, in the things that he has been doing, he did in the past to get you interested. You're still hung up there. And because you're hung up there, he is no longer there, and he's not going to tell you. Most times they don't, right? Then you just keep going, keep trying to do more and more and more and more. You feel like, okay, well, this guy is no longer chasing. Why don't I just try to, let me try to do more, to get him interested like he was before. And instead of that to give you the results that you are expecting, it is going to give you the opposite, which means that it's going to be repelling the guy the more. The more you do for him to get him to be in that relationship, to keep him in that relationship, the more you do is the more you're going to be repelling him. So it means that as you're drawing closer, you're pushing him further back, right? And then you stay there because, first of all, men have a need, right? They have a need, and you are attractive. He saw you, he saw this beauty, and he is attracted to it. And then probably you start to, you're doing the things that people do in a relationship, right? You're getting in bed and all of that. So at that point, the guy cannot even tell you that he's not interested, because even though he's not interested in the chase, there's still something here that is still attractive to him, and he's still interested in having those for as long as he can have them, for as long as you would allow, So that is why most times they wouldn't tell you that, oh, I've lost interest, because why would he? I mean, he's got the beautiful woman, chasing him, wanting him, and so it means that he's got that stuff for free. He's got the cookie for free, without putting in any effort. So you are feeling that you're still in a relationship with that person because you built, a relationship over time. You did not realize that your efforts of trying to meet him up here, trying to reciprocate his efforts, to equate his efforts, you have succeeded in killing his interest in this relationship, in killing the chase. So now you're left in a position where You are the one doing the chasing, and you are the one giving yourself away for nothing, because this person is no longer in that relationship with you. He has left it long ago. He has forgotten about it. But in the body, he's still there because he's a man. Never you forget that, right? He's a man. Yes, we all have needs as far as sexuality is concerned, right? But it is not the same. It does not play out the same. And most times, women make the mistake of feeling like it's the same. Like, okay, yeah, you need it, I need it, yes. We all need it, but he needs it more. And if you allow him to have it without any efforts, without commitments, without showing efforts, he's gonna have it any day, right? And he's not gonna be sorry about it, because I mean, who says no to free food? Who says no to, some free money? Yeah, some people have that, they could, but not many people, right? So this is why you need to protect yourself, protect your relationship, that relationship that is beautiful already, that is blossoming, that both of you are enjoying. You are both enjoying it because the man is there putting in the efforts that he's supposed to put in as the man, right? That is why the relationship is interesting. That is why it is it is interesting to both of you, and both of you are enjoying it, right? So don't try to reciprocate. I'm not saying that you should be cold. No, of course, receive with joy as he is putting in the effort. You are receiving it with appreciation, with sweetness, you know with softness. But what you're not going to be doing is to be trying to reciprocate and trying to meet him in the middle. That is going to be detrimental. Yes, it is going to be detrimental. Instead of producing, sometimes we feel, I think the reason why we make these mistakes most times is because we feel somewhere here, we feel like men and women are the same, right? I understand equality, but not in this sense. Psychologically, we are not the same. We do not, reasoning is not the same as far as relationship is concerned, right? One person is made more logical, the other person is made more emotional, right? So many other difference. One person is made with more testosterone, which makes him more aggressive and more egocentric and all of that. The other person is made with estrogen, is softer, you know, is so I think the moment you understand that a man are made, we are different, right? We are actually different. A man is a man and a woman is a woman, right? When we understand that, then we can flourish, we can have a flourishing relationship, because in that case you would know what is expected of you. You would know that you have a role as a woman in that relationship, and you're going to stick to your role, and the man is going to understand that he has a role and he's going to stick to his role, and you're not going to be caught in the position of trying to trying to switch roles with each other, because when you begin to do that, you lose the relationship. Honestly, you would lose the relationship. That is just what it is. So allow for the man to chase, allow the man to be the man and chase. You just be the woman and receive the love that he has to offer with happiness. Receive it with softness. Receive it with kindness. That is what you're doing. You're not trying to pour into the man. No, you're not trying to pour into the man. You're allowing the man to pour into you. Biologically, this is, God has taught us this biologically by the way He made our bodies, right? So the man is putting into the woman. The man is putting into the woman, and the woman is receiving. You see? So it's the same thing when you're in a relationship. You don't try to pour into the man. No, you allow the man to pour into you, and you receive, right? You receive it with happiness. You receive it with kindness. There's no controversy about this. It's not about, sometimes people receive this kind of message. They receive it um, with a mindset of, like, maybe there's a bitterness against men, or there's a bitterness against, no, it is just people realizing that we are different, right? We are made differently for a reason, and that there are roles that are supposed to be assigned to each of us, according to our gender, right? There are roles, as far as relationship is concerned. There are roles that should be assigned to us. There are roles that we should not be taking on if we want to have a healthy relationship. There are roles that are meant for the man, and there are roles that are meant for the woman. And when you begin to switch these roles, then you have a problem. The role of a man, primarily in a relationship, is to chase. Exactly the reason why he would walk into a room and see a woman and decide by himself, right? It's just him walking to you and talking to you is not an afterthought. It's not. It was a decisive move. It was a well thought about move. Something was driving him to talk to you, even though he knows he might, even though you might reject him, he still walked up to you because he, biologically, something in him tells him this is something you have to do because you want this woman, right? So he did what he has to do because it is in his nature to do it. And he tries to prove himself to you, to impress you. Now you're in a relationship with this guy and you're trying to now be the one to impress him. It doesn't work that way. What you do is receive his efforts. Receive his efforts with happiness. Receive his efforts with warmth. You don't try to do the efforts for him. You don't try to impress him. No. You don't try to pour into him. He's a man. It doesn't work that way. He should be pouring into you. And as he's pouring into you, it is like watering a garden, right? It is like watering a garden. He has this beautiful garden and he's pouring into this garden. He's trying to water this garden up. And as he's watering the garden up, the garden is blossoming. The flowers are flourishing. It is becoming beautiful. And he is enjoying that garden. He's enjoying having that garden around. That is exactly how it works. That is how it works. A garden. He is pouring water into. He is not nurturing this garden. Now, what is this water he's pouring in? He's pouring his time, he's pouring his effort, he's pouring the calls, the messages, planning dates, trying to do nice things for you, buy you nice stuffs. This is him pruning the garden. This is him watering the garden, right? And what does this garden do for him? This garden beautifies his environment. This garden, shares its beautiful oxygen, right? Right? This garden shares a lot of, just makes his environment serene and just a lot more. It's just a breath of fresh air. That is what he gets from this garden. This garden is not getting dry and shrinking out of lack of nurture. This garden is not looking offensive, but it's looking green. It's not looking offensive because, I mean, what I mean by offensive is that it's not looking dry, decolored, and all of that, and that is offensive to the eyes, right? If you look at a garden that is not flourishing, that is not well taken care of, it's not good. It's not good. It doesn't look good. So what does this garden does for the man, right? What this garden, yes, and I mean no harm comparing women to beautiful garden. I know these days people find a lot of things offensive, and no, please keep an open mind, right? It's an illustration, and I think it's a beautiful illustration, just so you understand that the efforts of a man is met with your beauty, is the to reciprocate the efforts of a man, when he's pruning, when he's pouring into you, when he's putting in that effort, is not for you to put effort into him. No, it's not for you to try to do the exact same things he's doing. No, your role is just like that flower. Your role is to beautify his environment with your beauty, of course, because now you're well rested. You're not stressed out by him or anyone else. He has made your environment, he has made life easy for you. He has made life a lot more comfortable because he is pouring in, right? He's pouring in efforts, he's pouring in time. He's, just like that garden. The garden is well watered, is well nurtured, and this garden is just blossoming. It's just beautiful. It just makes sense, right? It is attractive to the eyes, and it is conducive for the environment. It's making the environment conducive and beautiful and relaxing. Yes, that's exactly how it is with relationship. It's not that he's doing the effort, he's putting in the effort, he's putting in the calls, he's planning dates, he's buying you beautiful things, and you want to do the same. You want to call him right back. You want to plan with him. You want to start planning with him. You want to, buy him. Oh, please, no, please. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same kind of effort. Your effort is your softness. Your effort is your beauty. Your effort is that this man knows that this is like a safe haven for him, right? When he comes out of all the stress from work, from life, from everything, he knows that there's something that would calm him down. There's somebody's voice that when he hears is going to calm him down. It's going to make him feel better and more relaxed. That is your own efforts. It's not the same kind of effort that he's putting into you, right? It's not the same kind of effort. Negative wire to positive, bringing energy, right? Bringing power. Positive with positive brings nothing. It could even spark. I'm not an electrician, but I know it doesn't work. So our efforts are not supposed to be the same. We are not supposed to be putting in the same kind of efforts in relationships. Our efforts are different. Our roles are different. And people that have enjoyed beautiful relationships, they understand this. They understand this, that a woman is meant to be poured into, and as a result, she reciprocates with love, with softness. She reciprocates with kindness, with her beauty. You know, yes, exactly how it works. How it does not work, is that you choose to do the things that the man is doing for you because you want to, because you don't know that you're not supposed to. Yes, anything that makes you want to reciprocate a man's action in the same way that he's doing for you is, it just shows ignorance. It shows ignorance, because it's not like you're trying to be mean for not doing for the man what he's doing for you. No, you're preserving the relationship, the energy of the relationship. The energy has to be feminine and masculine, right? So the masculine energy should be there, the feminine energy on the other side. They come together and they form a very beautiful um, relationship, a very healthy dynamic, a dynamic where there's attraction, where they still see each other years after years after years of being together. They are still very attracted to each other. They're still very much into each other. They still love and value each other's company. They are not in a hurry to dismiss each other. They want to be in the presence of each other, because this is what they want. Thank you, Cheesy. I'm grateful. Yeah, it means a lot having you and your comments. Thank you so much. Yeah. So please do less. Do nothing. As far as the kind of effort that the man is giving, it's not the kind of effort you give. Your effort is to show up, is to be beautiful, is to just exist. Yes, that is what the man wants. That is what he wants to see in you. It's not, what he wants is not for you to struggle, to want to do things for him, to want to impress him. No, it's what he made. Some men might even tell you, oh yeah, this is what we want. No, that is what will make his life easy. Yes, and logically, any human being will tell you something that would make their life easy. But is that what would make his life better? Will that make his life better? That is the question. Will that make his life sweeter? The answer is not. Yes. Because when you're doing the same thing that he's doing, when you're putting in the kind of effort that he's putting in, it means that you are competing with his nature, right? So you're like, that's why he saw this, right? He's a positive wire. So he saw this negative wire, and he's attracted to it because of the difference that they have, the difference between them. That is the attraction. Now you are now becoming more and more like him. Your energy is becoming more and more like him because you're choosing to do things for him instead of allowing him to do things for you, right? So what happens is that you are now becoming more and more like him. And as you're becoming more and more like him, the attraction is going to be dying because that is not what he was attracted to in the first place. What he saw and got attracted to is an opposite energy to his. He saw that and it was captivating and he came to it. He 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 dared to come to it, even though he knows that you could reject him, he knows that you could say no, he knows that you could even be embarrassed in the presence of other people. But he chose to come because it's so attractive to him. This is so nice. It's so different from me. This energy is so different from me. So I want this energy in my life. So he got this energy in his life, and then this energy starts to become like him. So this energy, instead of remaining the way its beautiful self, the way it was when he saw it and liked it, this energy is now becoming more and more like him. How is this energy becoming more and more like him? Because this energy chooses to behave like him. The effort he is putting into this energy is the same effort the energy is now trying to put into him. And and that is now repelling him, and he cannot even explain. He can't explain what is going on, but what he knows is that he's now feeling irritated. He's now not liking it anymore. What he used to adore is no longer liking it. It's no longer attractive to him because it is becoming more and more like him. It's becoming more and more like him. So why don't he just stay alone? Or maybe date someone that is actually him, like him. No. So that is why you don't do things for a man that he does for you. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. We are different. Our energies are different for a reason. So it should be preserved. So those efforts he's putting into you, it's like a gardener, right? He's like a gardener who acquired, yes, please pardon my language, right? He acquired this beautiful garden and he's pruning the garden. He's putting in water into it. He's putting in time, attention, and everything into that garden. And as he's doing that, the garden is becoming more and more beautiful. It is flourishing. The flowers are flourishing. It is becoming better and better. And he's enjoying this beautiful garden. He's enjoying the company of this beautiful garden. He's enjoying having it because it's making his life more beautiful, sweeter, more colorful. So suddenly you see something that is absurd. Now just look at it this way. Do you think that garden, in a literal form, that garden is going to try to start to pour water on that man? You think that's gonna happen? Do you think that garden is suddenly, or should, because the man is pouring water into it, do you think the garden should now, in a bid to repay or to repay this man for his effort, you think this garden should now try to pour water into that man, or maybe prune it in some way, to prune the man in some way? That's literally crazy, right? It sounds absurd, it's crazy, it's impossible. Now this is what you do when you try to do the efforts, the things that the man is doing for you. When you try to reciprocate in the same way, what does the flower does instead to say thank you to this man for pouring in this much effort into me, for pouring in a lot of water, pruning, cleaning up, and all of that? What does the garden does? The garden flourishes. The flowers blossom. They become colorful. And they make his environment more beautiful, more serene, more peaceful. That is how the garden reciprocates the action of the man. Is the best illustration I can give you. And I hope you understand it, right? The garden just reciprocates by beautifying the man's environment, by making it more beautiful, more colorful, more serene, you know, just generally beautiful, and it gives the place a nice fresh breath. That is what the garden does. This is literally you as a woman. Your own appreciation for the effort, or your reciprocation for the action, for the efforts that a man is putting into you, is flourishing, being beautiful, being soft, not challenging him, not trying to correct him like a child. You allow him, right, to make his mistakes, and when if he is not capable of being that man that you expect him to be, better to just let him go, right? Because staying around there and correcting him like a child is another way to kill attraction as well. Yes, because he's not your child. He's a man. He's a man, right? He is meant to he's meant to be the one to put into you, to pour into you, right? So if it's inappropriate, it's best to live with dignity, both your dignities intact, instead of staying around and, you know, polluting the situation, the environment, the whatever, you know, because you're trying to fit into a place where you do not fit, right? So the whole thing is that you are meant to just exist and be beautiful and be that inspiration that um, the man needs to become a better man, right? And in the process, you yourself, you're becoming a better woman because your head is clearer. You're not carrying things here that you're not supposed to. You know, you're just relaxed. You're loved up. Someone is pouring into you, and you are enjoying the the everything you're receiving, and you're becoming better. And the man is happier because he can see the results of his action. He can see the results of all the effort he is putting. He can see it's showing. It's just there for everyone to see who cares to see, right? Yes. Right. I've been here long enough, and I really have enjoyed talking, and I appreciate everyone who has tuned in. Thank you for your comments, thank you for your likes, thank you for your time. Yes, and hopefully we'll see again, maybe later in the day or tomorrow, I don't know. So have a beautiful Sunday.